Welcome back to our Tempo Storm deck introduction series featuring Frescha's Guide to Jade Elemental Shaman. Shaman decks used to be feared by many, at one time being viable counters against Control Warrior and Handlock, and at another time being the most powerful aggro deck in the game. But shortly after Totem Golem rotated out of the meta, the competitive viability of Shaman seemed to go with it. Now, several expansions later, there are a few players who have been finding success with the class. What you'll notice is that they're all pretty different, and it's unclear which is the best deck at this time, so make sure to try them all. The deck we're going to focus on for this video is similar to Purple's, though it does have a few key differences that make it worth trying out if you're interested in learning the ways of Shaman. First of all, Frescha wants us all to take a moment of silence in honor of the best card ever created, Coldlight Oracle. The amount of power this card generates in such a unique fashion is one of the reasons this deck's been seeing significant ladder results. It allows the deck to draw its answers as well as having the potential to burn cards in your opponent's deck. While piloting this deck, it's important to respect its ability to outvalue your opponent. This is achieved with all of the AoE removal options in the deck, such as Volcano, Maelstrom Portal, Devolve, and Kalimos Primal Lord. Even if your Cold Light turn doesn't burn any of your opponent's cards, your wide range of removal presents enough of a threat to your opponent that they'll struggle to commit to a board too heavily. You also have amazing single target removal options in the form of Hex, Jade Lightning, and Jade Claw. Each allow you to control the board without needing to use your AoE options until necessary. With only these Jade producers, you can summon golems as large as an 8/8, but the value aspect of the deck will allow you to get much larger Jades through cards such as Murmuring Elemental, Zola the Gorgon, and Grumble. The ability to double and recycle your battle cry effects allow you to achieve much greater value. Lastly, you have your healing package. Some may think the amount of healing this deck can achieve is excessive, and the deck would be stronger with more Jade generators or damage. However, after extensive testing by multiple players, there was a conclusion made that you can take too much chip damage while trying to set up your AoEs to not use as much healing as possible. The cards used in this version specifically are Healing Rain, Jinyu Water Speaker, Thrall Deathseer, and Kalimos Primal Lord. The deck has a lot of flexible spots, it's just a matter of what you're seeing on the ladder. In its current form, you see Tar Creeper and Harrison Jones in the list as responses to the local meta. Tar Creeper is resistant to being stolen by Potion of Madness or Cabal Shadow Priest, even if they try to swap or reduce its power. Harrison Jones is great against the Warlock and the Mage weapons. If you're seeing less priests and more secret mages, you'll want to replace Tar Creeper for Hot Spring Guardian for extra healing. Skulking Geist is another viable tech option for this deck, but with Jade Druid falling out of the meta, you'll only find Inner Fire and Dark Pact as your best targets. For Paladin, you should already be pretty favored, which in itself is much of the reason for Shaman's recent popularity. If you're still struggling, you can consider adding a Lightning Storm or even a couple of Earth Shocks. Finally, Rummaging Kobold is a great way to get extra Jade Golems and a weapon if you find yourself needing extra value. The best tip we can give you for this deck is knowing your matchups. If you're against Paladin and you use your only AoE, they can follow up with Call to Arms, which is one of the only ways they'll be able to apply enough pressure against you. So try and save an AoE for after a Paladin commits to a board with Call to Arms. Another matchup you'll run into is Warlock, and the way you can win that matchup is with Hex and Devolve to remove their demon. This removes value from Blood Reaver Gul'dan and N'Zoth in the later turns and clears the way for your Jade Golems to finish them off. Spell Hunter will be your hardest matchup, so it's important to find an aggressive foothold with early minions while saving AoE for the Spellstone turns. Though this deck is not considered to be a top-level archetype, Jade Elemental Shaman in the Kobolds and Catacombs meta has lots of potential to find a favorable spot in the current meta. Plus, you get to rock 2 Cold Light Oracles before they get sent to the Hall of Fame. So definitely give the deck a try and let us know how it goes in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you found this guide useful and subscribe to the channel for more Tempo Storm news and Hearthstone content. Thank you!